Hey, what's up, guys? Purpose Gym Life Sports back here for another video. So, I'm here to talk to you guys about the storylines, the scores over this weekend. It was a pretty good weekend of basketball, I will say for sure. You had the match with the Houston Rockets and the Boston Celtics. I think that was a great game. I got to watch the end of it. Got to watch the overtime period. I did not think it would get to overtime. I watched the end of the fourth quarter, and to me, Houston, you know, by all accounts, probably, I think they should have won that game in regulation, but it did somehow get to overtime. Jaylen Brown hit a crazy three off the missed free throw from Jason Tatum, actually the missed free throws, because once he missed one, he knew he had to. Usually guys either miss one or they make one, then they know they have to get a rebound just to get the ball back. So, you know, it's really hard executing that strategy if you actually think about it. So, but great game from them. Westbrook had another 40-point game, had 8 rebounds. I think he had 7 assists. So, I mean, ever since Clint Capella got traded, the lane has opened up for Westbrook. They've been playing great. I think it's really helped the team that this team they're getting a lot of help. I will say the moves that have been made have helped the team. James Harden, though, he did go 7 of 24. I believe he went, 4 of 17 from 3. And from the debate or not the debate, from the talk we had about Giannis and Harden, Harden is a really good player. But like I said, he's a volume scorer, and he takes a lot of shots. So a lot of times he's going to take a lot of shots, but he's not going to make a lot of them. So, as skilled as Harden is, we have to focus on that fact. I think a skill would be saying, shot IQ. I think James Harden does have good shot IQ, but he misses a lot of shots. So I think if we're talking shot IQ, which to me is a skill, then you could say, Giannis is one of the best at it, because he takes shots that they know is a good situation to take. You know what I'm saying? So, so what do I mean by that? People say he's just a guy who runs and dunks. Well, he knows that that's to his advantage. So why would he stray away from that? You know what I'm saying? James Harden, I wouldn't say he's kind of is a ball stopper. He's a dribbler. He likes to, kind of lull the defense to sleep, then get to the lane, then drop off assists. So he is 10th in assists, but is that really the whole story? Because a lot of what he does is he just drives into the middle, kind of, or he waits till the shot clock is, down, and then he just kicks it out to shooters. So it's kind of what Giannis has in Milwaukee, where he kicks it out, except the team people are collapsing in the paint on him, 3 guys at a time a lot of times. So he has to kick it out. So to me, they're really not too much difference, but, it is what it is. And then that was the best game that night. Sunday, we go to Sunday, you have the Clippers. I mean, the Clippers have just, to me, they've been on lately. They have a really tough road trip. They've already beaten Denver. They beat Philadelphia, albeit without Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid. But if they beat the Lakers, if they beat Houston, and there's another tough game that they have, if they go undefeated during this stretch, the Lakers have a problem. And I mean that because what's crazy is the media started panicking when the Clippers lost 3 in a row. I mean, teams lose 3 in a row all the time. Teams lose 2 in a row. It just happens, Then the team started panicking, but now you see the Clippers. To me, you don't have anything to worry about. To me, they're starting to surge a little bit. They're starting to kind of find their groove. I can really tell. Their defense on Sunday, it was pretty bad. I'm gonna be honest with you. But what they did was they didn't pack it in. They played. Shake Milton for the 76ers, he was going off. He had like 26 in the first half. He ended up, I think, with 39 or something. But, they slowed him down the second half. Albeit, he still went crazy near the end of the fourth quarter. So, it was a crazy end to the game, but they still won. So, I mean, the Clippers, I don't think that's a team you need to worry about. What you need to worry about with them is, are they surging? If they start surging right now, then they continue with this consistency into the playoffs. Everybody's got a problem on their hands. I'm going to be honest with you. That, to me, that is a problem. So, that's what you need to watch for. Not that they lost 3 in a row. You see PG, he's starting to really feel it again. He's starting to shoot the ball really well. So, that's just what's happening right now. So, now we move on to the Clippers game. I mean, the Lakers and Pelicans game, where LeBron had, 34 points, 13 assists. I think he had 10, 11 rebounds. Phenomenal. Zion Williamson had 35.7 rebounds. So a great showcase of leadership by LeBron. Excellent game. Real quick before I go in on LeBron, I want to talk about what Giannis did real quick. They did beat the Hornets at home, 93. No, they were on the road. They beat the Hornets, Charlotte Hornets, 93 to 85. Giannis had 41 of those points, 41 of his team's 93 points and 20 rebounds. So his team did not shoot well. His team just didn't have it that night on the road. But Giannis got into the paint and he dominated that game. And he just asserted his will. That's the type of thing I'm talking about where, to me, it's obvious that he's the MVP. Because on different nights when your team isn't shooting well, how does your star react? Well, Giannis just took it upon himself to go on and just play his type of basketball, which is get in. I mean, for him, he's going to get inside unless you find a way to stop him, which to me, there really is no way unless you want to wall off the paint, which then I think this year, if his shooters are knocking down shots, because last year in the playoffs against Toronto, he was getting walled off, but he still averaged over 20 points, and he still averaged 10 rebounds. It's just his teammates weren't making shots. People want to put it all on Giannis. That's why they were trying to do that MVP debate, saying he got shut down by Kawhi. You guys forget that his teammates weren't making shots? You guys said the same thing about Harden when in Game 7 against the Warriors. The team missed 27 straight threes. His teammates did not help James Harden step up. So are we going to change that narrative because we want LeBron to win the MVP? I mean, I'm just asking here because this whole MVP thing is getting weird. It's just where I get into LeBron. LeBron is tied for the league lead in triple doubles. But how is this still a conversation? To me, LeBron, it's between LeBron and Giannis, but it's not close. To me, it's not close at all. Alvin Gentry said, it's weird how everybody's talking about MVP besides him. No, it's not. And I hope Milwaukee doesn't play the Pelicans this year, because if they do, I think you'll see a different Giannis that night. To me, it's just getting disrespectful. Night in and night out, Giannis Antetokounmpo is asserting his will. Defensively, offensively, in the paint, he's shooting that fadeaway post shot, and he's making it. To me, that is a problem. If he's making threes, to me, at a 33% clip or higher, that is going to be a problem because he's only going to get better. That's what the problem is. He's only going to get better. So this whole MVP talk, to me, y'all really, I don't like it. It just really offends me. Because as great as LeBron is, LeBron's doing this in year 17. He's 35. I understand that. I understand the age aspect that you're trying to create this story. I understand it. But to me, it's not fair to Giannis. It's not fair to Giannis how you guys keep bringing up this narrative. And I mean the media. It's not fair to him because his team is, 52-8. And they're just surging right now. They've won, I think, 20 of their past 22 games. They are surging. Not only they're surging, they've just been consistently great all year. How do you come back after winning? They were the best team last year in the regular season. How do you come back and then how are you better? They are better this year. Giannis is better this year. All his numbers, I think besides assists and blocks and steals, are up. Those are the only numbers that aren't up, and that's because his teammates have actually contributed and played better defense, albeit in the paint. They haven't been a great three-point defensive team, but that's not the point. They defend the paint super well, and you can shoot all the threes you want, but if you're not getting inside penetration, you're really not going to be able to do much. But you have Giannis doing this. It's like, bro, you can't do that. You can't say those things. LeBron is doing great. I don't want to discredit him because what he's doing in year 17 is great. But I'm going to bring up another thing. LeBron has Anthony Davis. But here's what you guys like to do. You say Giannis has better teammates around him. Yes, he does. His GM figured out a better way to put more pieces around Giannis that works and fits. So when he leaves the floor, he doesn't have to worry about the offense not being good without him. Why are we blaming Giannis for that? That's not his problem. His problem is to go out and play basketball. Giannis doesn't have really another superstar. He has a star. He has an all-star teammate in Chris Middleton. But he's not Anthony Davis. LeBron has Anthony Davis. Every LeBron roster, I keep telling you guys this, is filled out with at least one other star, maybe superstar next to LeBron. And guess what? A bunch of veteran role players who shoot threes because LeBron wants to wants everybody to space out so he can hit you for threes. That's been LeBron's. That's LeBron. All his career has been so he can hit guys out on outlets for threes in the paint. He sees a double coming, he hits you in the corner for a three. It's that simple. That's what LeBron wants to do. Maybe I don't know what LeBron could do to get more guys to play with him. I don't know. He wanted Kawhi to come play there. Kawhi didn't want to come do it. I don't know why Kawhi didn't want to. We'll have to ask Kawhi. But we can't blame Giannis because his team is better built around him. I don't want to, and I'm not going to blame him. I'm just going to credit him for being a great player and a great teammate. That's all I'm going to say. LeBron, I think he's a good teammate, but I don't know how he's figured out how to get more players to come play with him. I don't understand. The best teammate he's probably had is a debate between Anthony Davis and Dwayne Wade, but he has Anthony Davis in his prime, so it could be Anthony Davis. But man, it's conversation, bro. It's not a conversation. It's Giannis, and I think Giannis, to me, you can't just say that now that it's close. Giannis has, to me, been running away with it. They would have to have a catastrophic collapse for them not to not win the MVP. So, But, that's you guys' storylines, your NBA news. Thank you guys for listening. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. I love to listen and comment back. But to me, it's Giannis. And then, yeah, LeBron is number 2, but it's not a close number 2. There is a gap between number 1 and number 2. If you've been that dominant and your team has won all those games, come on now. All right, guys. Purple Stream Live Sports. Thank you guys for listening, and I will see you guys in my next video.